Hey everyone, Donald for Talking to Podcast, here with a special announcement video because JP is about to make a major change as to how SIF account transfer and recovery works. They say they're going to make this change sometime in May, and we're currently almost at the middle of May. I highly suspect that they'll make this change after the current event is over, so listen up. Now, currently this only affects JP players. However, it's always possible that EN might do something similar as well sometime in the future. So those of you who play EN might want to just browse through this video and just keep an eye on things and keep it in your mind that maybe eventually EN will also adopt a procedure like this. Anyways, right now there are 3 ways that you can transfer your SIF account. There's the good old-fashioned user ID and transfer code, and there's iTunes and Google account linking. Everyone should be quite familiar with both of those since we've had them for quite a long time now. However, ever since JP upgraded to version 5.0 of the app, I think it's 5.0, if I'm wrong I'll put a note in the video, they've added a new option, the SIF ID. Now, sometime this month, again, sometime in May 2018, transfer codes and iTunes and Google linking will go away, which means the only way you'll be able to back up your account or transfer it to a new device is using SIF ID. So it's really important that you set up an SIF ID, like now. And in this video, I'll teach you how to do it. Now, obviously, this is not my main account, because I already linked my main account to an SIF ID, and I don't really want to mess that up, so I'm doing this demo on my very neglected side account. Anyways, first thing you should do is tap the Options menu, and then tap on the Settings icon. Now, the option for setting up an SIF ID is in the very last line. Just tap the button on the left. This will open up a web browser that basically takes you to the SIF ID page. You want to scroll down and tap this orange button, which basically means create a new ID. Now, at this point, you have 2 options. If you have a Google account, you can create your ID based on your Google account by tapping this button. If you don't have a Google account, just scroll down, and in this box you can type your regular email address. Anyways, I'm going to show both options. Let's start with a Google account. So just tap this button, and it'll ask you which account you want to use. I actually have 2 accounts set up on my device. My personal account as well as my Otaku no Podcast account. So I'm going to use my Otaku no Podcast account. It'll ask for permission to access your account. Just scroll down and tap Allow. Now it's going to ask you a couple of questions. The first field here is asking you to set a password. And for password, it has to be anywhere from 6 to 32 characters long and only alphanumerics, in other words, just letters and numbers. The next box is asking you to confirm your password, so just type in the same password that you typed before. This next box is asking you to choose a secret question and to supply the answer to that secret question. So if we tap this box, here are the translations of the secret questions in order. The top question reads, "What is your childhood nickname?" The next question is, "What is the name of your first pet?" The next question is, "Where was your father born?" The next question after that is, "What is your motto?" Question number 5 is, "What were your dreams when you were a child?" Question number 6 is, "What is the name of the hospital that you were born at?" And finally, the last question is, "What is your mother's maiden name?" So just pick a question and type in the answer. Here it's asking you to give your date of birth. And in case it wasn't obvious, the order is year, month, day. This next box is asking you to choose a language, but there's only one option, Japanese. And finally, there's 3 check boxes here. The first box is stating that you do not live in America. It's probably a good idea to check this box. The second box is asking if you want to receive email updates. You can leave this one unchecked if you don't want spam in your mailbox. And finally, the last box is basically saying that you agree to the terms and conditions, so you'll definitely want to check that one. Now scroll down and tap the orange button to continue. And here it's basically just reading back the information that you typed in to make sure that it was correct. Assuming it is correct, just hit the orange button. Your SIF ID is now created, but you still have to link it with your account. To do this, tap the pink button, and then tap this other pink button. And you're back in SIF, and it's telling you that your account was successfully linked. Now you'll notice that the entry under SIF ID changed. This button now basically delinks your account if you want to do that. Now, if you don't have a Google account and you just want to use your email address, the procedure is very similar, but there's a slight difference. Same as before, just tap the left red button in the bottom row, and in the screen that appears, just scroll down and tap the orange button. Now scroll down on this screen, and where it says ID in this box, just type in your email address. Then tap the orange button. In a few minutes, you should get a confirmation email. Just tap on the first link in the email. Now, for some reason, my mail app did not turn this into a link, so I'll just have to select it and copy and paste. So select it, go to your Chrome browser, and paste. And just as before, fill in the boxes. This next box is asking for your sex. The left option is male, and the right option is female. Obviously, I'm going to pick male. Scroll down and tap the orange button. Now it'll ask you to confirm what you just typed in. And if it's all correct, type OK or press the orange button. Now, to link your game data with the SIF ID you just created, just tap the pink button and then tap the pink button in the next screen that shows up. You'll get bounced back to the game, and this message confirms that you have linked your account. Here's how you use your SIF ID to transfer your data. On the new account screen, tap the bottom button, and then in this screen, tap the bottom button. You'll be asked to log in. If you used your Google account, be sure and type in your Gmail address, or if you used a non-Gmail account, just type in that email address. Then type in your password, hit the pink button, and hit the pink button on this next screen. You'll get taken back to the game, and it'll show you the account that you're transferring. Make sure it's the right account, and hit OK. And just like that, your data has been transferred. Anyways, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, JP is going to take away transfer codes and iTunes and Google linking sometime this month. So you'd better hurry up and set up a SIF ID as soon as possible. Hopefully this video will help. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sayonara, Jane.